rethinking the waiting room. So I covered that earlier last week or earlier this week on the Today Show. It's an interesting concept. So COVID has essentially changed it absolutely changed the waiting room for a period of time, right? So safety was paramount. We adopted a lot of scheduling things, a lot of remote types things. We adopted telehealth and whatnot. What do you think? I mean, let's just put on our dreaming hat, because I posted this out on social media, and one of the first posts came back from Will Weeder, who said, we have to eliminate the waiting room. That's mirrored by other people in the industry who said, we need to eliminate the waiting room and everything that it stands for. But is that possible? Are we going to get there? And dream with me for like 10 years out from now. Mm-hmm. How would we minimize the waiting room, or how would we enhance the wait? Because there's always a wait, right? So if my loved one is in critical care, I may have to sit somewhere in that hospital and wait. So we're not going to eliminate a waiting room. I want to be near them, and I may not be able to be in the room. So we have to design areas where families can hang out and those kind of things. I think what a lot of people are thinking about when they say eliminate the waiting room, it's that waiting for the doctor and then going into the room and waiting for I've now gone and I'm sitting on the butcher paper, but I'm still waiting. And I see them, and I only see them for 6 or 7 minutes. And I think I just waited 45 minutes for a 7-minute consultation.
Yeah.
That's what we want to eliminate. What could that look like in a decade, do you think?
Man, this is one of those things that for me as a Toyota Production Systems guy, the waste of weight is one of the 7 deadly wastes, right? The waste of weight is, it upsets the apple cart all over the place. And what it means is that if you have people waiting, queuing for a piece of work to be done, that the system that you've built has inefficiencies. And so there's always going to be, I think you're right, there are always going to be waiting rooms for folks who are waiting for a surgery to happen to a patient, and they just want to be at the hospital in case, something terrible or great happens. They just want to be close by. That isn't the kind of waiting room that I think we're talking about. That's kind of a circling in orbit, waiting for a patient, something happened to a patient. The waiting room you're talking about is exactly that. Will you be able to show up just the nick of, as soon as you walk in, somebody's there to greet you, take you right into the room? The information that you have to fill out on paper today is done before you arrive. You only do it once. You don't do it every time you show up for your appointment. If you've done it in another part of the organization, that information is available to that appointment. So that one part, hugely maddening part for all of us, if that could go away, would be a huge win. But if you could get people to go right into the doctor's office, the doctor's waiting for you. She does the exam, asks you the questions, helps you make sure that you've got your prescriptions. They know where your prescriptions are going. They send them off automatically ordered, so you can pick them up on your way home or maybe on your way out, depending on the way that the care facility is designed. Those are the kinds of things that to me would be a huge win. Just walk right in and walk right in, not have to stand around and wait for something.